Shit, man. Hey, what's going on, guys? You're at the Garage Shit Talk here for the second episode. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you guys hit that on the right corner. What's going on, Kev?
Not much. I mean, I got here a little bit late. It's mainly because this is the message I got off to work. It says, "Hey, so just a heads up, I'm gonna need you to get my keys out of my car before you go do your podcast night, please. They're in the ignition, but my car is locked. It's not on."
Hold on. How the hell do you lock your keys in the ignition but lock the car?
My wife does it all the time, so she doesn't have the clicker. It's the old school. You gotta either turn the key or push the lock in. She has locked herself out of the car numerous times to where I've made tools. So this is used to lift up and level off like machines and all that, like your fridge and all that. But it can also be used to slip in the door and air up to create space to stick a rod through, like a coat hanger. I got tired of the coat hanger and I made this. I took an arrow, took off the little wings off of it, took the tip off, heated it up, pulled it out, and then I put a metal little string through there so I can push it in, pull on the lock, and just lift up. This also counts for like hitting the button and all that too. So it's rigid. You can get in there. I can get in my wife's car now in about 5 minutes.
Let me find out you do some other funny shit with this.
Here, let me rub it on you. What's that feel like? It feels disgusting, right?
What kind of shit is that, man? I get it though. I think some of the guys from the tow yard they use the same shit.
Essentially, for this, yeah.
They'll sit there and they'll pop it right in the window. They'll so it gets a little bit of distance. Put the shit in there. Grab your keys. I'm just a little confused on how the fuck the keys were left in the ignition, but you managed to lock the car.
I have the same problem because, again, like I said, you lock the car by hitting the button. She might have thought she stuck her keys in her hoodie pocket again. I don't know. I'm at the point where this happens so regularly. Again, I made a tool for it. And this tool, when you're looking online, something like this, they want like $85 for, which is understandable because, I mean, you have to go into, so you're basically getting into a car.
Like, at least right now, I mean, it's just a little surprising, you know, and I sit there and I think about it and I'm like, damn, how the fuck do you manage to do something like that? You know what I mean?
It's just one of those things. She's done it like this is the first time she's left them in the ignition. But she's left them in her car several times because they fall out of her pocket and land inside the car. And then she shuts the door and she goes to feel for her keys and sees her lanyard sticking out the bottom. And she goes to open the door and it's locked.
How did she get in the house?
My door isn't usually locked on my street.
Fuck, none of you guys heard that.
Not until the nighttime, and most of the time I'm home during the day. So if you walk in, you might you might catch some lead.
Might catch some love.
Yeah. You catching some love, some of that metal love.
Metal love. That bond will keep us together. Don't do it, man.
It's a terrible idea.
So what else did she say after that?
I basically went home after this, popped the car open. Like I said, it takes about 5 minutes in the dark, and when there's light, it takes about 2 minutes. But it's one of those things, like, it happens so often. I don't understand it myself. Like me, I lock the door with my keys.
I've seen you done it. I have seen you do it.
Exactly. I go in there, turn it twice, it locks the car door completely, all 4 doors, and I don't have to worry about it. She just hits the button and doesn't think about the keys. She doesn't make sure the keys are in her hand. She doesn't double check her pocket before she shuts the door. She just does. And it throws me off because I'm like, even with my truck, I always made sure I had the keys. The keys were always in my hand. Sometimes I don't lock my car, but that's at my house. Because who the fuck's gonna rob my street?
Yeah, well,
I mean, now that you've seen this, you can come find me. Don't worry.
Probably don't do that.
No, probably not. It's probably a bad idea. For sure.
Oh, damn. I can't even knock on that because my lady does the same thing. She locks her keys in there and she's like, I just called the tow people or the, AAA, whatever. They just unlock it. I'm like, God damn, it still costs money.
Mm-hmm.
Not all the time you're gonna do it for free if you're locking your keys out of your fucking car
And she
15
doesn't
times
have
out of
like
the
a
week.
spare set.
Well, she does, but it's at the house. What good that does?
My wife doesn't have a spare key anymore because the last one broke off in her fucking what's that thing called? Trunk. It's always the trunk. You turn the key, and she went and lifted it, and it snapped. And I'm just like, "You're down a key. Like, I ain't buying you another one." Because they want $85 for a key, and it's an old. It looks like my keys. Like it looks like a regular key, but they're like, "Oh, there's a computer chip in that." I'm like, I don't need to fucking drive a
I
car.
don't see a fucking computer in there.
Right? It looks just like this. And it says they say there's a chip in there. I'm like, there's no way there's a chip in there. You're messing with me.
Holy shit.
And I'm like, I ain't spending $85 for a key.
Oh, 100%.
No. Dude, I'll just do what I always do. They'll break into your car.
I mean, shit. I mean, $85 ain't bad. Some people will be like, $85, I'm paying that. I'm just going to pull out another car. How much is that going to cost you?
New car? Shit, I ain't buying a new car. I'll replace all the locks. I know how to do that. It'll probably cost me less still.
I'm telling you.
Like, I know how to do all that. I don't have to worry about it.
A lot of people don't know that, man.
Listen, I had to teach myself that. Mind you, I learned that. I learned that a long time ago.
Dude, that shit will probably get you pulled over.
Do get me in trouble for sure.
100%. Like,
Hey, if you see this, leave me alone.
we don't keep it in the car all the time.
No, it stays at the house. This is just there because, again, needed a prop for the story to tell the truth. If your kid's watching this, don't teach him this.
Don't look at this. Okay, this is grown up toys.
Yeah, mind you, you can make this with about like $3.
The key is to not tell them how much we're fucking making. You know what I mean?
No, I just don't tell them what it's made out of specifically and how to get it actually stay together.
Well, yeah, you got a point there.
I know how to do it. I saw it once. When I saw the tool that was like this for $80, I looked at it. I'm like, I can make that for $3.
Yo, this is some handy craftsman shit. You know what I mean? I'm more afraid of what you use this when the keys aren't getting locked.
Don't worry, you already know what I use this for, baby girl.
That's some strange shit right there, man. I feel uncomfortable.
I mean, you just mad because you can't figure out how to make something like that off the top of your head. Half the time you ask me, how do we do this? I have to explain things. I even get you crowns and a coloring book to draw it out for you.
You're right, and we just fucking Jimmy rigged that shit.
Yeah, and half the things we've done is Jimmy rigged.
What do they call that? Engineering redneck.
Redneck engineering, yeah.
Fucking Mexican, he's white.
Mexican engineering redneck.
100%.
I thought you were going to say the other thing. I'm like, don't say that.
I had to sit there. Hold myself.
Because I looked at you. I'm like, no, he ain't going to say that.
I said, hold on. What does YouTube allow? What does YouTube, you know what I mean? Like, I got to refrain from a couple phrases, but you get the point. You get the picture. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Let me tell you a story, man. So today, you know how I told you last week about buying my son that whole neck system?
Yeah.
So they got this Zumba shit on there.
Like the dancing thing? Like the exercise?
Next dancing, whatever. And I'm like, okay. You know, and the old lady's like, oh yeah, try it. So I'm like, okay, cool. Mind you, I'm in my safe heaven. You know what I mean?
Haven?
This is whatever. Fuck.
I'm in my safe heaven. Yeah, you dead already.
I got like a C in English. And that was because the teacher liked me. But let's get away from that.
I got a D and F in English. How do I get it right? And you don't.
Because you're white.
I was a DF average student, man. Because I didn't show up.
But check it out. So I'm cool, you know, I'm collective, you know, I'm sitting there, I'm comfortable. Okay, I'm going to have fun with the kids, okay? I'm sitting there and I'm doing this shit. I'm dancing. This guy's teaching me some dance moves off of some of the reggaeton. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, cool. I'm stepping this way. I'm doing this, you know, whatever. Cool. Wife's laughing in the corner the whole fucking time because she thinks it's fucking hilarious. But I'm like, dude, I'm getting my calories on right now. Like, let me do my thing. So I'm sitting there and I'm doing it, and I'm getting some good scores, 80%, 90%, hitting them on target, hitting them on point. Tell me why. Before we were even starting this podcast, I sat there with the old lady and we're sitting there and we're watching a TV show that we'll kind of bring back a little bit later, but a TV show that we're sitting there and she's sitting there on TikTok. She's getting her fucking phone, sitting there like, Tell me why she popped up this fucking like raccoon fucking thing, sitting there doing a little dance move and just doing the same thing, fucking dying, and it was fucking rolling its hips and shit. She was like, "I'm gonna pop up a surveillance video and I'm gonna put you side by side with this fucking thing because it looks exactly the way I was seeing it." You just done broke my spirit. I can't even sit there and play this fucking game no more. Return this shit back to Walmart. Walmart, I'm sorry. This shit's gotta go.
My wife ruined it for me.
Fucking ruined it. I'm sitting there like, God damn. Like, I'm sitting there pouring my heart out because my kids are there. And
No,
they're like,
putting your heart into it.
no,
Pouring it out.
I'm pouring it out. I'm pouring it out. Like,
No,
literally,
no,
blood,
no.
sweat. Like, I'm pouring it
Blood,
out.
sweat, tear. Got it.
You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
now.
I'm sitting there getting it, and then you're going to sit there and
You
laugh.
look like this raccoon.
Laugh at. Look at this fucking raccoon right now. I guarantee she's sleeping right now. She fucking probably dreaming about this shit right now.
Probably laughing her ass off right now.
Like, goddamn. Like, how am I supposed to be comfortable to sit there and, like, men, we don't dance. I mean, it depends on the type of man, but I don't dance.
It depends on where you're at. If you're taking your girl out of dancing, you don't dance by yourself, usually in front of people.
Yeah, but how are you going to
You
dance?
don't put yourself out there.
Like, you're telling me 100% you know how to dance? The only thing I know is the Jeffrey Dahmer fucking dance. When he's sitting there all cool and shit, just fucking, like, that's all I know. I can't sit there and say 100%, you know, I can do this, I can do that. I can do a little cumbia, a little dance and stuff, but it's like the bootleg
like
version.
dancing to reggaeton and all that, a little harder.
Yeah, but a little Timu version. As long as it looks good, you know what I mean?
Hey, you can make things look good. I'm white. Ain't no white person out there make anything look good when they dance. Every white guy got 2 left feet. Except for me.
2 left feet, man.
I got 3 left feet.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I didn't even... Oh, man.
But no, here's the thing. So, I do like dancing. And, like, I'll dance. I used to dance with my wife. Not so much anymore because, again, we've gotten older and we don't really care and we don't go out all that much. But, like, when we go to a wedding or something, I dance at weddings. I have a fun time. Mind you, I dance more when I drink.
100%.
But if I'm sober, you're not going to catch me dead on a dance floor.
Why do you think that is, though?
Because it's a comfortability. Like, here's the thing. So, my job right now, if I'm sober, is to be the protector watching over things. When I go out and drink, I'm not protecting anybody. I'm not sitting there worrying about anybody. If I'm going out there to drink, I'm drinking because I want to have fun. Mm-hmm. And at that point, I've already relaxed. I've let myself relax. And, like, I can go dance. I could let loose, especially if it's at, like, a wedding where it's family and friends. It makes it a lot easier. I'm more comfortable because I know, hey, this guy's not going to come in and do something dumb.
Correct.
And, like, if something does happen, 90% of the people there will take care of it. So I don't worry too much when I go, like, to a wedding and all that. But if I go to a club, like, me and the wife went to Jimmy G's up there in Carson.
Ooh.
I don't like that place. That like, my dancing in there is the same thing as you. The Dahmer move. Just like, hey. But it's one of those things, like, I'm not comfortable in a situation like that because there's a lot going on. And there's people moving about. There was like a guy that was walking up trying to talk to my wife's friend and her, and it pissed me off to no end. Like, I'm sitting there and he's not even bothering with me. And I'm sitting there, I was talking to my wife, and he's interrupting me and her. And I look at him, I just say, will you fuck off, dude? Like, am I wearing camo or something? Are you fucking blind? Or are you, And he's like, dude, you don't have to be an asshole. I'm like, I'm gonna be an asshole because you're being a dick coming in and butting into my fucking conversation. How about you take your 2 left feet and fuck off out of here? I got mad.
It's because you're fucking white, dude.
I got so mad about it.
Jimmy G's, let me tell you.
I'm gonna fight somebody there.
Jimmy G's, I love the bar. I love the scenery. The problem is you got a lot of people traveling from Sacramento, San Francisco Bay, California areas. Mind you, you go to Jimmy G's and you go to an environment like that, it's not necessarily you looking for problems. Sometimes the problems find you.
Yeah, which
And
is
100% you know it too. Us as men, we know how men are. We know how men think. We're men.
yeah. It's not men entirely. It's younger men. Like it's the younger men that think they know better. That think like or drunk men. They get into that mood that they're better than you. That they can take you.
They get that liquor courage,
Liquid
but
courage.
not
Yeah.
even not even. It's not necessarily just old the younger ones. Sometimes it's the older ones. I've seen it many times where you can go out somewhere and some guy is sitting there eyeballing or giving somebody a dirty look or causing an issue when you're not trying to have an issue. I can't sit there and say 100% I can go out and have a good time. I can go out thinking I'm going to have a good time, but somebody always tries to press an issue when you're not trying to. And it doesn't make you comfortable to sit there and say, hey, I just want to go out and have a good time with, with my wife or my friends. You know what I mean?
And that's what keeps you from going out half the time because of
Half
the
the
shit like
time.
that. I don't want to deal with that. I'm a grown man. I'm married. I don't need to deal with that.
But we know how it was to be back then. Back then, when we were young, we were the same thing, man. Oh, you would sit there, have a few drinks, go to a bar. Oh, look at that girl. I bet you I can go spit game at that girl. Oh, she's got a dude, man. Fuck that guy.
He ain't gonna
Right?
do shit
He ain't gonna do shit. Watch,
until you find out he's like 3 times your size, and you go, "Fee fi fo
I wasn't
fum."
talking to you. I was talking to the one behind you. You know what I
Sorry,
mean?
she thought I was talking to her. I was talking to the ugly one behind her.
The ugly one. Where's your ugly friend at? Like that, but that's what it comes to, and it's sad because people go to bars. They want to go to socialize. They want to go to socialize, especially with their significant other or their friends, not because they're out
Tail.
chasing tail, or trying to be a center of attention. They're going out to relieve some stress, converse, and feel good. But other people ruin it for them, and it just ruins the image of bars altogether. I love bars. Go out with the buddies, go out with the brother, go out with the cousins. It doesn't matter, but it's that sense of environment that just fucking gets you to a point where it's like, this ain't fucking worth it.
Yeah,
It don't matter. I'll throw down.
I just don't want to have to
I just don't
anymore.
want to have to because everything that we have and other people don't understand that.
We've worked hard to build our lives up. We don't want to lose it. And you can lose it. In a simple bar brawl, anything can happen.
Well,
One false thing, you hit somebody wrong, they go down, they smack the floor, smack their neck on a chair or something. Boom, you lose everything.
now you're going to prison and eating fucking oatmeal and eating, you know, snick for fucking
Yeah,
dessert.
you meeting Big Terry, and you don't want Big
You
Terry.
don't want Big Terry. I ain't washing nobody's fucking drawers. I tell you
I'm
that
too
much.
pretty for prison. I tell myself that all the time.
Oh shit.
You definitely too pretty for prison.
I'm too
Good luck.
pretty for fucking prison, man. I don't want to. You know what I mean? Like, no. Hey, I'll fucking wash your drawers. No, I ain't washing nobody's drawers.
No, no, no. I have a mouth on me, and I know it. I'm gonna say something wrong.
Whoa.
No. You taking it the wrong way because you think about Big Terry. You can go think about him all you want. But like I say some off the wall shit, and
You
I
do.
don't care.
But that's just the way you are, though, and I know it.
It's been set into me. It's the army and everything else. I say whatever I want because there's not a lot of people that are going to stop me from saying it. Not to mention, I'm at the age where I don't care. I really don't. I don't care what people have to say. I don't care about your gender or any of that. It's one of those things. Just leave me alone.
And
Just
we
leave
good.
me alone. Like I have friends and all that. We gonna bullshit around. We gonna fuck around for sure. We gonna talk shit. But I ain't gonna pronounce your pronouns or any of that. You tell me your name, I'll call you by your name. Your name is Janice. Your name is Janice. There's not they, them, they're it. They're hey you, pansexual. When did you get into cutlery?
Regardless of the Adam's apple in the fucking throat, you know what I mean? Like we don't judge.
Just give me your name and I'll call you by your name. If you want to go by your last name, I'll call you by your last name because it's what I know.
Correct.
I've gone by my last name for 90% of my life at this point.
That's about right.
Between working where we're at and in the army, and even like when I was in surveillance, I never said my first name because I didn't know how half the time, and I always forget my first name.
Well, it's more formal, right? When you address somebody, you what?
This is Jenkins.
Well, I mean,
Like
all
I get
depends.
a call. This is surveillance. This is Jenkins. Or like when I'm talking to somebody, like my friends don't even call me by my first name,
No, it's usually by the last name.
last name or nickname.
But I'd rather them know my first name than my last name.
I've been known by my last. Well, same thing, but at the same time, I've been called by it so long
I know.
that it doesn't matter. Like I know my last name better than my first name at this point.
Where it feels fucking odd, like,
Shit, you
man.
call me Kevin, it's weird. I call you Julian, that's probably weird because you're used to Arvizu.
Don't do that, bitch. That sounds fucking weird.
Like, yeah, Julian.
Like,
No, no, no,
I
no.
just feel like you stripped me fucking naked right now. This is
That's
fucking
right.
weird, dude. Don't fucking do that shit.
And that's my thing. Like, I have a hard time with my first name. One, here's the story behind my names. I was named after soap opera, two of them, General Hospital and One Life to Live. My mom had a thing for a guy named Kevin on there and a guy named Ryan on there. Those two names I hate with a passion more than my last name. And you know I hate my last name because the person it's attached to. So me to hate that even more is even worse. But like, I don't like my first name or my middle name. I really my wife has called me by my first name once, and I'm like, who the fuck are you talking to?
Yeah, see that, but that's when
It's honey,
baby, daddy, or whatever else. Just
or
don't
hey, they're
call me
good
my
looking.
first fucking name.
Did I do something wrong? Did I do something piss you off? If I did, get over it. Don't call me by my first name.
I tell you one thing: when they sit there and they call you by your first name, man, I fucking call them by their first name 25,000 times in the day, just to piss them off. Eventually, your composure is gonna expose. Like I can tell. If I sit there and I say your name so many times, it don't matter. I'll say it fucking 3 times before you reach the restroom. I guarantee you're gonna react to it.
I'm gonna say it in every different way too.
Correct.
It's,
Spanish, fucking Italian, fucking.
I'm gonna say it all weird. You getting a name that you're not gonna like. I'm gonna say it like a German would. Jessica.
I'm gonna act like I just met you and I don't fucking know your name. What's your name? Yishika?
Jessica. My wife hates it because the J in German is ha, like Sonia. It's not like J, like here we say Jessica, it'd be Jessica.
Jessica.
So it's one of those things that it's funny in my mind because I say, Jessica. She's like, I fucking hate you. I'm like, that's cool. You're going to call me that again? She's like, no. I'm like, okay. I'll make it worse. I know I can.
It's probably a smart thing though. It's like, let me bring it to this. Have you ever dated a Latina?
Dated, no.
I don't even want to know what. That was a huge pause to sit there and say, dated? No.
I couldn't consider it dating. I can consider it other things, but I can't consider it dating.
Okay, so what would you call it?
Trouble.
Troubling nights.
Hmm.
I like that.
A little bit of trouble, yes.
A little bit of trouble.
Now, like, Latinas are crazy.
Oh man, that's not even the start of it, man.
I know. That's why I said, like general, crazy.
Latinas,
but they could be crazy in a good way too.
Latinas just have that fine line, man. I don't know what it is. I always told myself, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna fucking date another Latina. Like, I'm tired. I'm tired of the toxicity. I'm tired. But I always find myself drawing myself back to them. And I don't know why.
It's because what you know.
Well, it's because of what I love.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit. It's funny. I could be sitting there, sleeping in bed, having a dream, and it's cool, I'm thinking about my family, whatever it is, But then I got my girl on the side, you know what I mean? She's sitting there and she has a dream, and fucking wakes up and gives me shit. Gives me shit. And she won't fucking say nothing. She won't say nothing. But I know something's wrong, and I'm like, fuck, this is the fucking Latina morning I gotta get.
No, that's a lot of women do that.
Hold on, Latina a little bit different though. A lot of women maybe, but Latina specifically, like, they will sit there and they will dream that you are cheating on them, not fucking tell you nothing until you fucking press them about it. Oh, I fucking dreamed that you cheated on me, you fucking hoe, you fucking slut. What the fuck did I do? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't do shit. It was your dream. Get over it. But goddamn, like, why did they take stuff so literally? Like, oh my god. I love the spiciness. Latinas, oh man, it's like a spicy quesadilla, man.
But
I fucking love it.
most girls are gonna call you out on cheating on them in their dreams. My thing is, hey, do you see how ugly I am? You should be happy that I got you. Oh wait, let me rephrase that. I should be happy I landed you.
Don't sell yourself so short, man.
I never do. But it's one of those things. You're like, why would you dream that I was with somebody else? Do you want me to cheat on you? Because I don't want that. I'm in it for the long haul. But if you're sitting there thinking this is going to happen, you're sadly mistaken. The only way something's going to happen is if you cause us to separate, which I won't allow. Because I'm in it for the long haul, like I said. I'm here for you. I'm here for my babies. Like, I don't know why you're dreaming this. Maybe it's because you talk to the wrong people. Maybe it's because the shows you watch or something. You want drama? I don't want drama. I'm staying away from drama. But I don't watch soap operas because guess what? I don't care about the drama. I want to love you. That's why we're married. That's why I chose you.
Why do you think people have dreams like that, though? If you had to pinpoint it to one thing, regardless of the shows that they watch,
it depends on what's going on. So some people, it's a trust thing. If you're not sitting there like being truthful all the time, part of that can seep into dreams. They'll be like, all right, if I can't trust him to tell me this, that, or this, maybe he's not telling me that he's cheating on me. Maybe it's this. Or it could also be just the fact that maybe they were doing something themselves, got caught up in it, and like they haven't gotten caught yet, but they're trying to like pin it on you, like he did this or she did this. I'm just protecting myself at this point. Maybe it's the guilt from cheating that causes the cheating, like the dreams of cheating.
Okay.
There's been that thought. There's also the thought that, hey, as you get older and you've been married for such a long time, you start not complimenting each other as much. You start like relaxing and not like telling her she's beautiful or doing more things. So now she's like, maybe he has a side piece. Maybe he's not into me anymore. Maybe he thinks I'm ugly or I'm fat or stuff like this.
And that's the problem because a lot of it deals with a lot of insecurities too.
Everybody's insecure.
If you're married with somebody, as a man, I can say I'm insecure about certain things. Okay, I'm not gonna sit there and say, "Oh, it's just women." I'm insecure about several things, but it's a simple fact of if I'm married, you know what? I'm married. You know, nobody's perfect, but if you're with that partner, you're
Speak for yourself. I'm fucking perfect.
Oh well, come on, man.
I'm a perfect disaster.
There you go. I'll give you some of that one. Okay, but at the same time, it's like, why do I need a book to tell me script by script on how to run my marriage or how to run certain things? Look, take for instance.
So the book thing, I never use it. Like I've read several marriage books. I've read books on to be a father and all that. There's no real book to it.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, you're picking and choosing different things that you've seen through your life or you've read. All right, well, this seems to work. Let's try this. So in like the seven love languages, it goes over the different styles on how people show love and people like to be shown love. My wife is gifts. I give her something, it makes her happy, but it's also like if I give her compliments, it makes her happy. Me, it's I want to be left alone. I don't know if that's a specific one, but like love languages aside, I pick and choose the different things. Okay, well, she likes gifts. I know this, so I'll do that. I'll give her a couple of things when I think about her here and there, like flowers. I'll randomly get flowers and soda because she likes soda. It shows that I'm thinking about her. But like when it came to the fathering book, I'm like, I'm a good damn father, I think. But there are some things that I could work on. So like I read one on how to better communicate with your kids.
Okay.
I read it because at this point, I mean, I don't think I'm a good father. I've never thought I was a good father, but I'm better than My father was.
So, based off of that, you don't think you're a good father?
Oh no, no. I'm a terrible father. Not terrible in the sense of like I beat him or anything like that. That was my father. I don't hit him or anything, but I'm not their friend.
Yeah.
I'm their parent first, so I make sure things are getting done. But at the same time, they don't want to talk to me because I'm the disciplinary parent. And like unless you're a united front as both parents and saying, no, you got in trouble for this, you're grounded. And then mom saying, yeah, you're grounded until you get off grounding, blah, blah, blah. Or maybe the mom has to whoop their ass or something like that. I'm seen as the disciplinary because I do that. I tell them what they can and can't do. I'm the father. I'm essentially the disciplinary. I do the work. They don't like that, so I'm trying to figure out how to communicate to them while still being disciplinary, which is hard. It's hard to do as a parent. As in our line of work, it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
You can be disciplinary, have a relaxed time where you actually sit there and chat with them. But with your kids, they always see you as the disciplinarian, especially when you're the father. So, like, my kids are afraid to talk to me when they're like thinking about different things, like thinking about girls or thinking about drinking and all this. My oldest, I told you, he got arrested.
Yeah.
He could have talked to me about it, but 10 to 1 says he's afraid because he thinks I'm going to get mad and discipline him, which essentially, yeah, I'm going to discipline you when you get in trouble. That's my job. But if we talk about it and we sit there and hash it out and explain things, I'm not going to get mad at you, dude.
And that's one of the things. And mind you, guys, I call my wife my old lady, but it's not out of disrespect or anything against women. It's
No,
just
no, she's decrepit. She got a cane and
she got
everything.
cane and everything.
She
She's
got a bum hip.
almost as old as Betty White. No,
She got
that's
one
not.
eye. That's why he's.
But baby, if you see this, it ain't true. You know what I mean?
He meant all of it. It was him, not me.
But I'm used to saying those terms because it's just the way I was brought with certain individuals in
Yeah,
my
you're
life.
raised.
But that's my wife. You know what I mean? My wife and I had the same conversation, and we talked about like how different things change on how we raise the kids, how we raise kids, or how people used to raise kids, and now they're changing.
Oh, they've
I
changed a
want
lot.
my kids to be able to sit there and talk to me about everything. I get there's gonna be certain points where I'm gonna fucking hate what they're telling me, but I'd rather them tell me all this shit than hide it, go against what I'm saying, end up in a bad situation, and afraid to sit there and talk to me. And it's been my thing that's I've been thinking about. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be best friends with my kids, but I want to be the certain friend where come to me and talk to me about everything where you're comfortable, but I will hold you accountable to a certain extent on certain things. But I want you to know that I'm always there for you. That's the certain parenting style that I see is starting to change a little bit, and it's starting to have a higher effect on kids because well, I remember when I was a kid,
Got my ass beaten.
my dad would, well, I don't want to say beat our ass. He held us accountable.
Yeah, he spanked you, disciplined you in a way that got it through.
Correct.
But he didn't do it overly.
Overly. You're talking about a father who was law enforcement and everything. They wanted to be strict. They wanted to, basically keep you in this bubble. And they want to sit there and at the same time sit there and say, we know everything that goes through our kids' life. I could sit there and say 100% you didn't know exactly what was going through our lives because there's a lot of stuff that I did that you probably don't know, but you think you know.
You'll find out
And if
slowly
you've
through
seen this
this.
show, I apologize, mom and dad, but there's some things that we did we're not grateful, or we're not grateful,
But all
but
kids did that because guarantee your mom and dad did some stuff that you don't know about and
oh,
their parents don't know
100%,
about.
100%, but that's what I'm saying. You can't sit there and say, I know everything that's running through my kid's life because
No.
there's things that you didn't know about, and you're like, damn, now I'm hearing that shit. I'm an adult now, so I'm not like getting in trouble or nothing.
Like the amount of times that people got pulled over in your truck.
Oh, 100%. Oh, man, don't even get started with that.
The truck, that thing's cursed.
I tell you one thing, man. That truck's cursed. Back in the day, I used to drive an '01 GMC white Sierra sitting
Mm.
on 20-inch rims. No, not because I'm Mexican, you racist
Yes,
ass.
it's because he's Mexican.
But I sat there and I would drive that with my brother, my cousin. Man, mind you, it was just a front seat. You got my seat, middle seat, passenger seat. Man, I drove that thing everywhere. At cruise nights, back in Fresno, if you guys know, back in Fresno on Blackstone Street, man, we used to have cruise nights every night on Sunday. You know how many tickets I got just off of cruise nights? 15 tickets. 15 tickets.
I've only ever gotten 2 tickets.
Oh,
Yeah, and it was because
you probably knew all the white fucking cops.
no. The first ticket was driving from my post in the army all the way up here to pick up my wife and my dog. The dog was more important, not gonna lie. But like, I was going about 120. My truck hit its governor and bogged down to 100, and I was caught at 165 in California. It was an expensive fucking ticket.
I bet. You're lucky it wasn't a felony.
The second time was just after the army in the same truck, and I was driving, and I dropped something that I needed for the bank. So I reached over, and I'm still watching the road, but I'm not paying attention to like the miles per hour or anything, and my foot's on the gas. And I grab it, I come back up, and it says 40, and I look in my rearview mirror, and the lights are on. I'm like, shit. So I pull over into the bank parking lot. He's like, do you know how fast you were going? I'm like, when I sat back up, it said 40. It's like, what were you doing? I'm like, I needed something for the bank, and it fell over. And I got a ticket for that. And I'm like, well, I was watching the road. Just wasn't paying attention to the speed limit. And it happens.
It happens. That's what I'm saying. Like, man, I caught my most tickets
If I had
out in Fresno.
if I had a faster car, like if I had that Charger that I want or something like that, definitely I would have way more tickets. And I know
probably would have been dead.
Probably would have been arrested. Or wrap my car around a tree. Who knows?
100%.
Definitely would have done that because I mean, racing would have been in my blood at that point. I would have done it if I had the money for it and wasn't poor, for sure.
What do you think, you Dom Toretto?
No, I'm like the poor version of him. I'm like what's
the poor version of Paul Walker?
Yeah.
Yeah, or the white boy on Tokyo Drift.
No. I was still poorer than that guy. He at least got to move to Japan. I got to live in a cardboard box for 2 months.
Oh shit!
I lived in a one-bedroom apartment with fucking 8 people. My grandma, my grandpa, my aunt, my mom, my dad, me, my brother, and my other brother.
Now you're talking about Mexicans. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. I'll live in there with fucking people I don't even know.
Like, who are
as long as you brown, we good. That's the way it was.
Because it was one of those things, like somebody show up, but primo, what are you doing? What's up, Unc?
I'm like, damn, that boy whiter than white, man. He's sitting there calling me Unc. Ain't that some shit?
Listen, hey, I look albino as shit, man. I just don't got the red eyes.
I'm telling you.
But again, you've seen pictures of my grandma. You know what I grew up, the food I ate and all that.
He's Mexican. He's Mexican. He looks white.
That's because half of me is white. It's the Heinz 57 area. A little bit of everything.
Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, like tonight, I don't know if you ever watched it, but we were watching. You seen the It movies, right?
Yeah. I like the older ones more. I've seen the first new one, but I haven't seen the newest new It movie. But like the original from like I think it was like 80s. I saw that one, and I saw the first new one. Okay. I like the old one more. Not gonna lie.
Well, the older movies are always the best, the original. You know what I mean? And then when they try to create new things, it's a lot different.
They're making them more gory. They are going over the same storyline, but they're doing it in one movie now. So like half the story is told in one movie, half the story is told in the second movie.
Correct. And we started to watch this It show. Mind you guys, this It show, don't get me wrong. If I own Rotten Tomatoes and I had to give it a score, I'd probably give it about a 65 out of 100%. It is good. It's got a good storyline. The problem is that I saw a lot of mixed things in there. I saw a little bit of Stranger Things in there. You know what I mean? Like you got a bunch of these kids out going out trying to figure out where this Pennywise
The
guy is.
Kokoyas.
Correct. And then you got a lot of the Indian tribes keeping the secrecy. I don't want to spoil everything, but we got to a certain point where it just pissed me off because just like in the movies, just like in scary movies, you got the stupid ones that sit there want to blame everybody else when you're the fucking cause. You are the fucking cause. Why didn't you die?
Because then there wouldn't be a movie.
It was just like I would sit there and be like, what the fuck am I watching right now? It's good, but I'm more mad at you.
It makes sense. Like a lot of the movies, like the older movies, were pretty routine. You had the story, you had the villain, then you had the jump scares, then you had the hero saving everybody. The jump scares were one of the biggest things. Scary movies now are more gore based, so it's all based on how much blood is on the screen, the splatter. The scare is based off of like how horrible the murder was at this point, or the movie murder.
Okay.
And it's one of those things like I like older movies. Like I love the original Frankenstein. I find it pretty entertaining. It's black and white, but they had special effects in there that are different than today. Like they were more they had to think more on how to make things look and work, and they worked off of the scare and like build of suspense instead of like jump scare out of nowhere.
And nowadays the scary movies, you can't sit there and say, is there a scary movie now from 2000s to now that you would find terrifying? Like you jumped out of your fucking shoes, like, oh, it gave me a shook.
No, I have one that I feel was creepy enough that it bugged me a little bit.
If you say gesture, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
How's that?
Gesture's this other version of fucking like Pennywise and fucking Michael Myers put together, but Timu version.
No, we don't talk about the Timu version of
Yeah,
it.
it's a little bit.
No, it was a movie called Sinister, and in Sinister, it goes over this house that this guy bought. He's like a journalist. He buys a house where a ton of murders happened. He didn't tell his wife that it happened here. And they go through, and there's videos and all that, and his kids start watching it. And the kids starting copying some of the things from the movie, and eventually the kids murder the parents in the new house when they move, and they film it, and then it keeps moving on that way. So it's essentially a movie about the boogeyman. Of course, the Tooth Fairy did get me too. I don't know if you saw that one.
Which one was that one?
That was the one where if you see the Tooth Fairy's face, she's gonna come after you for the rest of the time.
Is that with the one with the
where he has a ton of lights?
No, but it's a tower. They go on the tower with the light.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Now that one
freaked me out a little bit when I was younger.
Well, we watched that when we were young. Yes, that one was a little bit like, damn, okay. Now I'm fucking afraid of putting tooth underneath my pillow.
Yeah, I just don't open my eyes at night. I'm like, nope. I woke up, nope.
Fucking stare at me right in the eye when I fucking open my eyes.
Hey, you at least give me a kiss.
I do not want a kiss from that, man.
Hey, you don't know. She might got that good look.
Oh, hell
Missing the teeth and everything.
Hey, fucking I'm all out, man. Hell
You should be like a gummy bear.
Yeah. And then you end up like a gummy bear, man.
As long as it was fun in the end. But that was one that got me. For sure, that one like kept me awake sometimes, especially when you like had a tooth. You're like, I don't want this.
Was it called the Tooth Fairy?
I believe it was, but I'm not 100% sure.
Now I gotta search that shit up now because I'm like, what?
It might not be. It might be. Oh, I don't remember the name, but it had to deal with the Tooth Fairy. I can say that much for certain. And like, the whole premise of the movie was the kid got older, was basically had a bunch of lights.
Darkness Falls.
Darkness Falls.
That's what it was. If you guys haven't watched that,
go watch
it. It's actually a good movie. I remember when we were young, that was one of the scariest movies.
The one that got my aunt and my brother was Jeepers Creepers, which I wasn't afraid of that. I watched it with them, and like there was a jump scare a time or two, but like they were so afraid that like we were living in an apartment building. I forget the name of it, but it was on Tillman in Vegas. and like or 10. It was on 10th Street in Vegas, and like I had the top bunk. My brother had the bottom bunk, and my little brother had the bed that was over here because he was the baby, so he got the nicer bed. And he was allowed to have the top bunk because he'd piss all over everybody. But like I was sleeping in my bed, and like this is after the movie and everything, and about around 2 in the morning, I wake up. I wake up because I'm falling and I hit my head on the dresser that's right next to the bunk bed and jolt awake like what the fuck happened. I look on the bed and my aunt and my brother are in there and they pushed me off the bed because they were afraid to sleep by themselves. And I was already out, so I didn't know they hopped up in there with me. I was so fucking mad. I walked out. I went and got an ice pack, put it on my head, and I slept on the couch. I was so mad.
Oh man, dude, I like it though. My son, 5 years old, and I find it funny, but he tries to be brave, you know. And
Mm.
I get it. Want to follow dad's footsteps, want to be cool. Thinking that he's not afraid of nothing. And I find it funny because sometimes I'll put scary shows on. Not scary shows to the point where it's gonna haunt him at night, but scary enough to, you know.
I breathed in the wrong way. But no, my fat kid when he was younger, Austin, he would sit there and he'd wake up in the middle of the night. So I'd feed him and he'd come hang out in my room with me and the wife. The wife was asleep. I was awake. I was watching scary movies. I ain't turning that off. And when he walked in the first time, it was Chucky,
Okay.
the little doll. I'm like, hey, don't ever ask me to buy you a doll. I'm like, but you'll understand after you watch this movie. That kid refuses to go near or around dolls that are 3 feet tall.
Dude, well, that's what I'm saying. My 5 year old, I'm telling you, he would want to watch, and I'm like, okay, I put on like these, not even scary zombie movies.
Those zombie movies are so
Oh, as
good.
soon as mom walks in, oh, I'm getting fucking hammered by, you're dealing with that shit tonight.
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong, because I tell you, I woke up probably like 5, 6 times throughout the night
Somebody's
because he was scared.
just screaming.
But I don't know what it is. It made me want to do it more.
Because that's the dad thing. So you're trying to teach him to be strong in adversity, be able to handle his fears. Again, it's a movie. There's no way a doll's gonna come to life. Well, nowadays you never know. You
Grab you
could get
underneath the fucking bed and sit there
you
and drag
could
you.
you
know
could
what I
get
mean?
one of them smart dolls that somehow comes to life and loses its mind, or you get one of them
AR robots.
scary movie. I think it's scary movie too with the Chester doll, like the clown that pulls the guy under the bed
Oh
and
yeah,
tries to,
yeah.
and then the guy reverses it. The scary movie was hilarious.
I think that flip was hilarious.
Yeah, but it's one of those things like you don't have to worry about that because it's when we were kids, we're like in this day and age, it don't matter. That's not going to happen. Now it's a little bit more likely if you get one of them smart dolls. I mean, you buying shit for your kids left and right that are smarter than anything that I bought my kids.
Yeah, you're
I
right, man.
I got them a game system, yeah, but you got a game system where it's all visual and sees your movement when you're sitting there throwing one of these.
You know, but it's got always a little thing that goes over the lens just in case. But
Yeah, so you don't have peepers.
correct. That's one of the main things. Is like I can't stand that. Like that next system's good, but I hate it because when we turn it off, if the TV senses that it's switching to that HDMI, it turns it back on. So next, I hope you guys fix that shit, but I don't like it because I have to constantly unplug the power cord to fully shut off the damn device. To me, I would return that shit, but I'm having too much fun moving this shit.
Not anymore.
No, not anymore.
Your wife may make fun of you.
After the fucking raccoons.
I mean,
and
she
shit,
also
you
made
know
fun
what
of
I
you
mean?
about the last thing we talked
Yeah,
about
she
too.
did, she did, man. But that's just what a wife does. I mean, she just fucking gives me shit all day. But that's a Latina for you right there.
That's fair. I mean, I can't say it's just a Latina. Because my wife will try and give me shit, but I'm better at it, and usually
If
it
you
gets
had
me
to
in
put it
trouble.
on a percentage scale, which one do you think gives you the more shit? Latinas, whites?
Go ahead, say it. Go ahead, say it. It ain't Palestinians. You're gonna say. What are you gonna say?
Mixed Caucasians,
That's
Asians.
not what you were gonna say.
You know what I mean?
You gonna say black people? You racist.
I love black people.
I
I
love
got black friends.
I have so many black friends.
Well, with YouTube, I don't even know what the fuck to say anymore. Like, I can't say black, I can't say Asian, I can't say fucking Filipino.
I don't know if I should say that one.
This is some shit, I'm telling you.
It becomes harder in this day and age. Again, it's all about like everybody's racist apparently.
Oh yeah.
You say one wrong thing, boom, you're racist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm white. Apparently I'm racist against everybody. Mind you, I know Asians are racist against a lot of people because I know them. Hispanics for sure are racist against a lot of people because I grew up with them. And my uncles had some good fucking jokes. I'm not gonna lie, I laughed. For sure. Because my grandma told the joke that I can't even repeat. But it's one of those things, everybody's racist. Just like everybody's homophobic or whatever. Again, I'm at that point where, why do I give a fuck about that?
Well, if it doesn't affect you, why the fuck does it matter? You know what I mean? Like, I get it. People are gonna have their different ways of living life. You know, I don't care if you're brown, black, white, Asian. I don't
Drink
care if
beer like a fifi.
I don't care if you're gay, straight, bisexual, heterosexual, metrosexual, bisexual, whatever it is. You know, make up
pansexuals.
Whatever word you want to make up. If it doesn't affect me, why does it matter? Why are so people like fixated on what somebody else is or what somebody else is doing? If it doesn't bother you, why the fuck does it matter? You know what I mean?
The only time it affects me is when people make it affect me. Like, I don't care what you are.
Mm-hmm.
But the second you start bringing in that I called you something that you're not and demanding me call you by something else, just tell me your fucking name so we can get this over with. Because, again, I don't care about pronouns. Because if you go by them, is your name Legion and are there many of you? Because at this point we're going biblical and you have a ton of souls in you. I am Legion, for I am many. Again, you're not. Why are we doing this? But if your name is Legion and you are them, that's fucking hilarious.
Actually, not bad, but Legion's pretty badass name though.
Well, my cat's name was Legion, and I also remember. So, do you remember Ghost Rider, original one? That one was good. Like, I like that movie, but in the end, he takes the contract of Sambaganza, or however it is.
Sambaganza. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And he takes in all those souls, and he's like, "My name is Legion, for we are many."
Okay.
And then he's like, the way that he is beaten is because he has so many souls in him. Now you get to feel all the penance and all the toil and strife that you deserve. So now he can use his penance stare to force you to go through all the suffering.
See, you are a fucking nerd.
I am a nerd.
Shit, man.
I'm a decent nerd. Like, I like a lot of different things. That was one of them. I read the comics when I was
Ghost Rider was actually a good one, man.
The second one was terrible.
His girlfriend?
Ooh, yeah. Oh. The girl he was trying to get, because his girlfriend, it was the girlfriend at the beginning, and she was pretty cute.
At the tree and everything.
Yeah. Right little dress, you got the sundress, you're like, yeah.
What it up, Ma? Yeah, I already did.
But then you get to, like, when she's older at a reporter, and who played her? Jessica Alba?
I can't remember.
Or who was it?
Fuck. All I know is she was decent looking, you know what I mean?
But, like, back when she was young, you're like, hey, mommy.
100%. Because she looked like, she did not look anything similar to what she was.
No, there was a whole big change. Like,
right.
She looked like a young, I don't think she was Hispanic in that one.
She looked Hispanic.
The first one, when she was younger?
She looked white.
She looked white.
Now
she's Hispanic, kind of, when she older,
took
right?
a whole 360.
Yeah, like,
she was the same lady that played on Too Fast, Too Furious. You remember? The undercover cop?
Oh, yeah. She was fine in that one.
That's what I'm saying.
I think she was pretending to be Cuban in that one.
Oh man,
Shit.
oh damn, dripped in all white.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Get me in
man,
trouble.
I gotta put
Honey,
this
you
shit
saw
on.
nothing. I
How
know.
do I put this shit on mute? Oh man, it was like
Mine's not on mute. You in trouble still. That thing pick
still
up
in
everything.
trouble. That's what I was saying. You know what I mean? But that was a good fucking movie.
I have a question for you.
All right, fuck it, let's go.
What are your thoughts if your woman's attracted to women as well?
Is she gonna leave me or do I get them both in bed?
Would you allow your woman to date a woman? Because at that point, in my head, like, my wife said that she was attracted to women still. And it's like one of those things like, yeah, but you've never been with a woman. Like, I don't know if you could handle another one of you. Like, I mean, you could have girl talk, but the second that something
Pops off.
pops off, what are you gonna do? Like,
But that's the whole
and
thing.
the thing is, I've already got a wife. I don't need another person in my life that's gonna be one of those ones that just.
Well, why not though?
Because I don't
You're
want it.
basically going home to two different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Maybe choose this one Monday through Thursday, and then the other one Friday through Sunday. You know what I mean?
You ain't helping yourself right now. My thing is,
I'm sitting here trying to help you. This ain't for me. I love you, baby, but this ain't for me.
I don't want another wife. I don't want a girlfriend. I married you because there was a specific reason.
Correct.
I fell in love with you. If we're out of love at this point and we have nothing to offer each other, why are we trying?
That's true.
Like, again, you're attracted to women, apparently. Maybe we're done. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because in my head, I'm like, I'm yours at this point. We got married for a specific reason. If you're not willing to, like, be the only one or me be the only one, I don't want to do it anymore.
But do you think it's different from her saying I'm attracted to different women versus?
Well, yeah,
connection.
until she acts on that, I don't think it's anything. But once she does, now it's like, was I not good enough anymore? Is there something wrong? Am I not? It starts putting thoughts in your head of like, maybe I'm not adequate enough. Maybe there was something that I didn't do. Maybe there's, and it sends you into a spiral. And I don't want to deal with that.
But not even that. Sometimes it deals with a lot of about experience wise too. Back in the day, a lot of people like to experience a lot of things in colleges versus everything else. When a lot of people are in a relationship so young, they don't get enough time to experience certain things where, hey, my curiosity is getting the best of me. You see where I'm going with it? Like being married for, a certain amount of time versus being young, you get that type of window to sit there and get your curiosity, get your everything out. Is it normal for a woman that's been married for fucking 25 years to say, hey, maybe I find somebody attractive? Normal? Probably.
Yeah, I'd say it's normal. But my thing is, how do I say this? Everybody's gonna come to a point where they fall out of love. It requires work and sacrifice to keep a marriage going. If if we've made it 15 years at this point, if something were to happen where she did something, I'm not staying around.
Yeah.
At this point, I've put my everything into it. I've already addressed concerns. I've already gone through the issues of the 5-year and the 10-year itch. Again, is it a struggle? Yes. Can you find other people attractive? Yes. It's when you act on it where it becomes the issue. My problem is now this goes back to the thing that you were talking about the cheating and in the dreams.
Correct.
Now it's like, all right, now it's a matter of time. In my head, that's what's been going on. Like, it's a matter of time before something like this happens. Especially if she's already voiced something stupid like this. Like, it's not stupid, but in my head, it's stupid.
But would it change your mind if it was a girl versus a dude?
I'd fight him.
But really think about it though. If a girl was like, "Hey, I find this girl really attractive," this, versus her saying, "I find this guy really attractive," how would that change your?
It's gonna piss me off regardless. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty old school. If I marry one woman, I expect to be with that woman for a while. I don't ever expect to have a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
I married you, it's for the long long haul, not the long haul. Again, it's one of those things that when you do something, you do it for the right reasons. You don't bring somebody else into your relationship. You don't think about or talk about bringing somebody else into your relationship. There's no reason. If the relationship's not going well, you either put more effort in or you call it.
Correct.
And like, there's been people married 90 years that have never gone through this. They love each other all the way to the end. There's been nobody else. And in my head, I'm like, that's a hell of a relationship. They've gone through shit, and I guarantee it. 90 years going through the Holocaust, the Depression, and all of that, and still being married? That's amazing. But again, 90% of those people, they have something to believe in.
Well, I wouldn't even say that though. People that have been married for so long though, do you think it's more of I found the one, or more like I'm comfortable with the lifestyle?
Some of them is the comfortable with lifestyle, but there are those few that it's I found the one.
It's very slim. Relationships, and that's probably the reason that's kind of like very scary for a father, is because relationships aren't the same as they used to be. You're talking about
You have
ex-
the whole world to compete with now
mm-hmm.
through devices like this, with the cameras and all that. The fact that you can talk to people across the world.
Correct, people that show you attention because your husband's working, 7 days out of the week for a fucking month, and I'm feeling, he's ignoring me, but in reality, he's just working his ass off. And it goes both
Vice versa,
ways.
yeah.
A woman could sit there and work 7 days, and the guy could feel the same way. It's the same for each one. The problem is sometimes people get trapped up into that mindset where now they're feeling like I'm being neglected, I'm being, you know, sheltered out a little bit. They're not paying attention to me as much as I want to. The first guy that sits there says, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm falling head over knees for this person. Same as a guy, I'm falling heads over knees over this girl because I didn't get that for a month, and that tends to ruin a lot of things because they fall into that weakness of a quick second, and they don't truly understand of what's fully
What they can
going
lose.
on.
My thing is like I have a lot of pride in myself. Like I have a more than anybody should probably have. Like I won't do things. Like I've had plenty of chances, and my pride is what holds me back. I'm I'm a good husband. At least I think I am. But I know I'm also a terrible husband because guess what? I don't spend as much time with her as I think I should. But again, we work. We have to support the family. Somebody has to. And again, the women, like my wife, doesn't make as much as me. Mind you, it's not by my choice. She could make the same amount as me if she worked in the same place. She's choosing to work at a different place, which is fine. But whatever you work at and get hired at is what you get paid. It's not like I'm getting paid more because I'm a man. I'm getting paid because I'm doing different work, and it
Mhm.
requires a little bit more nuance to it. Let's say
Okay.
it requires me to put in more visual work, more. I won't say brain power because again, like
Mm-hmm.
our job is pretty hefty on visual and watching and observing. That's what our job is. Her job is a little bit more physical, moving like groceries around.
Okay.
But we go back into that like if you want to make more, do something.
Do more.
Like she's in my head and she's said it out loud once and hasn't said it again because I already said something to her. She kind of blames me for the reason why she didn't go into the service. In my head, I'm like, no, you had every chance. I wasn't going to stop you. You chose to marry me. You chose to follow me. You could have done whatever you wanted. Like, I wasn't going to hold you back. And I'm like, it's one of those things like, you're blaming me because you didn't get into the service, but at the same time, you didn't put in the effort to go do it anyways. I started my joining the service when I was 17. I made the decision in 2001 when the towers were hit. Literally, that's when I made the decision. I knew where I was going. I was going into the service. Did I know what branch at that time? No. Did I think Navy SEAL? Yes. Was I smart enough to know that you needed a C grade point average? No. I was a very good DF average student.
Shit, me too.
But that's because I didn't show up.
Oh yeah, that's part of the reason.
And the homework was the other part. Like,
I can't cheat off of everybody.
I didn't really do the
sometimes I
homework.
get bad grades because they got the wrong answers.
Exactly. You got to find the smart ones. But it was one of those things. Like, I put the work forth to go do what I wanted to do. I wanted to join the military. I did it. I got out because I wanted to keep my marriage. So I got out. Like, the divorce rate in the Army is pretty high. I want to say it's roughly about 70%.
Well, let me ask you this: with the Army and with the whole marriage and everything, they typically do it for the benefits, though, right?
It depends. So, like, if people are gonna like this term, and it's not my problem, it's yours. There's a thing called the dependopotamus, and they're basically the women that marry the guy that's in the Army just for their benefits. Usually, it's strippers. They have kids. They marry into the guy in the Army because benefits are there, and he's a support system. Then what happens after that is she relies on him too much. Mm-hmm. It then becomes, oh, he's making the money. He's going to do this. He's going to be around the whole time. And they
part ways.
No, not part ways. The word is blimp out. And I don't want to say that because, again, it goes hand in hand with dependopotamus.
Yeah.
But that happens a lot in the Army. And the guys that are getting married to strippers don't know any better because guess what? That was the first time they got sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
And they fall into it.
That's what it is.
And it's one of those things. That magical diamond down there has a lot of power. It always has. Even when before voting and all that, they had the power to pass a bill on prohibition before they even got to vote. So there's a lot of power that women have. Do they know how to use it half the time? No. Do men know how to use their power? No. I mean, half the time we got a president that doesn't know what he's doing. This president
just bombing shit.
It's kind of back and forth. Like, he says some things that I don't agree with, but then he does some things that I'm like, not that bad. But the last president was the same way. He said some things that I didn't understand because, again, he was mumbling and all over the place and rambling. It's old Sleepy Joe. But he did some things that I'm like, not bad.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, shit. I mean, where do you go from that? You know what I mean?
I think it's one of those things that marriages require work, and it requires work from both parts. It's never going to be 50-50. It's going to be a little bit give and take. It's going to be 60-40, 70-30, 30-70. Sometimes the man's only putting in 20% of the work while she's doing 80. Sometimes it's 80 men, 20 women. It's never going to be equally 50-50. But it requires both sides to put in effort.
Correct. The thing is, you got to be willing to work for it. Divorce isn't always a bad thing. I was married for 8 years. I got divorced. It was the pros and cons. It was probably both of us, and you know what I mean? But I didn't sit there and take it as a full negative. I ended up finding my wife, and she's an amazing woman, and I love her to death, man. She blessed me with my kids and everything.
You're saying that because you're scared?
Not only because I'm scared, as I'm afraid she's watching this right now, you know what I mean? So I love you, baby, you know what I mean? But no, on serious note, it's a simple fact is that she is something that I've been yearning for a long time, you know, a real definition of a woman.
You wanted somebody to have kids with, start a family with.
Somebody who's going to support you, be there for you, and regardless of whose faults, sit there and work and fight for what you were fighting for in the beginning. You know what I mean? Not everything's peaches and fucking gravy and strawberries, and not everything's gonna work out the way that you expect it to work out, but the amount of work that you both put in, you communicate and you do everything, makes everything a lot better. And I tell you this because men and women, we mess up. Not to a certain point where we're lying to each other or cheating to each other. No, that's a whole different ball game. But to the point where my agreements might not be the same as hers, her agreements not be the same as mine, but ultimately we continue to talk, communicate, come to a mutual agreement where it sets the future up for ourselves and for our kids. And a lot of people, I just don't think they understand that.
Not anymore. It's again, it's a different day and age. You have computers and you have like OnlyFans, TikTok, YouTube. You have people telling you how to do things. We'll be starting an OnlyFeet here soon. Keep tuned.
Well, some feet pics. Don't be starting that shit, man.
Don't worry, I got them goblin feet for you. Don't worry, he got them hobbit feet.
Oh shit, man.
It's one of those things that it's different now because you have everybody on the outside telling you how to do things differently and not doing it yourself half the time anymore because 90% of the time people are doing what?
On their fucking phones.
They're on their
feeding
phones,
off
just
of the information from the
staring
internet.
at it, just going and just it's not helping anybody. It doesn't help you. Like the phone was a great invention to be able to communicate back and forth at distance. The internet was a great idea for gaining knowledge and pursuit of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
But people misused it and created different things that cause issues. Pornography is one of those things. We talk about it in boys' council. There's a point where you watch so much that you become impotent.
Yeah.
Like you lose the ability to be attracted to normal things because you go down a rabbit hole to a point where you don't get off unless there's clown erotic fixation or something like that. As in that Family Guy episode with Quagmire. He has to get off
every night.
Yeah, through that.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things, it's like you have this stuff that portrays sexual activity that's pleasurable and all this, but at the same time it's basically just TV. It's
Yeah.
it's lights and mirrors. That's what it is. And it interferes with marriages. It interferes with your libido because that's going to affect your marriage as well because you're attracted to certain things that you look up. It affects your daily life because sometimes there's those people that are so fixated on it, they'll do it at work too.
Yeah.
Like, there's different things online now that affect your marriage, your well-being, your pursuit for happiness. Essentially, it affects it all.
Kid Cudi, that was a good song though. I ain't even
gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, Kid Cudi. You know what I mean? No, man, I get what you mean, man. And it's different.
Life has gotten harder.
Especially when you grow up. Especially when you grow up and the stuff that you would have known back in the day, you imagine how things would be a little bit different.
Well, if we had computers now, like they have today, do you know how much trouble we would have gotten in?
100% trouble.
Like I know what the kids can do now. Like I know a kid that hacks things that he shouldn't be hacking, that has deep dived the dark web, which should never have happened to a kid. And it's one of those things like, why do we have a deep dark web? Why is that there? Like, I mean, there should be nothing like that in life because, again, it's not going to bring you happiness to see that. No. It's actually just going to bring you traumatic events.
Yeah.
And you're scarring different people. But, again, you have all this stuff at your fingertips. My kids, I'm not going to lie, the oldest got in trouble for sending things that he shouldn't have. He lost his phone. As a parent, I'm like, nope, you don't get that anymore.
So taken, not lost.
Oh, he lost it.
Okay.
Because he's never getting that back from me. He did get a phone back. It was a flip phone that has no access to the internet. But I double checked just to be sure. Every week I go through that phone like I'm supposed to. As a parent, you have every right to go through their phone and everything. They live under your house. If they're gonna get in trouble, if they're going to prison, and that might fall on you. So again, go through their phones. You're the adult. You pay the bill. Do it.
Do it.
I go through it and I look for things. I'm like, all right, is he looking at porn? Why the hell is somebody looking up they, them, their, it's? We'll figure that out. We'll talk. We'll have a conversation. I ain't going to get mad. We're just going to have a conversation. We're going to direct him in a way that hopefully he can understand. But, like, I'm not going to force him to be straight. I'm not going to force him to be whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to explain different things to him and give him ideas on which way he wants to go. More likely, we're leaning towards the other way, but that's neither here nor there. I want grandbabies one day. Maybe. Maybe I don't want any grandbabies. You know what? Fuck it. I don't have to worry about it if he goes the other way. I can save more money in my wallet and go on trips.
Go on trips.
I can get more dogs.
Oh, shit.
Dude, I love dogs. I have so many of them. I got 3 of them. They're fucking eating me out of house and home, just like the kids.
So, off of the shit that, let's just say this, okay? Let's just take it back time, okay? 10 years, whatever.
Ooh.
What if your son was having a conversation and you wanted to give him some dating advice? What dating advice would you give him? Not right now, but before. Let's just take time back.
Like when I was younger?
Yeah.
Let's say I was 24 and he was 4 years old.
Let's go.
Or he's the age he is now.
Age he is now.
So he's 14.
Yeah, let's do that.
At this point, I'd have to ask the question. I'm like, hey, is it a boy or a girl? If he says pansexual, I'll be like, here's some pots and pans, some cutlery, figure it out. My sister hated that, by the way. My sister's still mad at me for that one. But I love her to death. But, like, it'd be one of those questions. Is it a boy or a girl? Is it a girl? Is it a boy? I can't help you, but I could probably walk you through it and we could figure some things out. This is what you're looking for. You're not looking for someone to be overpowering and overbearing on you. You want to be able to have a conversation, go out and have a good time. You want to be able to trust them and build trust with them. If it's a girl, it's like, hey, you're looking for a fine mommy. For sure. And I'm like, but here's the thing. You're going to have to treat her you're going to have to treat her right. You're going to have to get out of the car. Like first date. You go and go pick her up. You go meet her father. Introduce yourself. Be a good man, a good gentleman. Tell him, hey, I'll have her back home by 10 unless you want her back by 9 or 8. Let me know. I will bring her back at 9. You give a little to gain some at that point. Because again, would I be okay with somebody saying, hey, I was going to take her out. We were going to be back around 10, but I could be back earlier if you want. We'll have to cut some things out. But again, I can be back by 9. I can be back by 8. I'd be okay with that. Not going to lie. Because at that point, it shows that he's thinking about the future. He's like, I like her. I want to be with her. I want to hang out with her a little bit more. I'm going to date her. As a father, I'm thinking, not a bad kid.
Okay, well, we're talking about first dates, though.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot the kid. I mean, if I had a daughter.
If you had a daughter, yes. If my son, if he came up and said, hey, this girl, I like this girl. I think I want to take her on her first date, but I don't know anything about her. Okay.
That's
I'm going to tell you exactly, kind of like what I would do. Mind you, this might not be right for you, but it's just the way my thought process works.
If you're his wife and you're watching this, pay attention.
I wouldn't pay attention. Okay? I would sit there and, dress nice,
Of course. Button down?
Go up, button down, you know what I mean?
Slacks or what?
I don't know.
Are you going to just do jeans?
Maybe some denim jeans, something.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Go pick her up. She's gonna be dressed nice, everything. Okay, open the door for her like a gentleman.
What if she comes out snaggletooth with like a fucking wife beater on?
I'd probably say that I got the wrong house. To be honest.
Like, I guess we're going hunting today. Let me go change.
But if she, she's dressed nice, everything, open the door, drive her around, put a little bit of music on that's a little bit low, so enough so you can hear each person
What
talk.
kind of music?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Some R&B.
You
some
want
radio
something to
station.
set the mood, but something that's not going to draw away from it.
You don't want something to set the mood.
No, you want the mood as in like something that's relaxing.
Correct.
So like you want to go with something that she's gonna like, but it's not gonna put her off. So like we're not going with DMX. We're not going with that because he gonna say some shit. It's gonna be loud, and you gonna want to focus on the words more.
Well, if the volume's low, I'll put it on the radio station so she can't blame me.
But if she turns it up, fair. Radio station,
correct.
Radio station.
Radio station, just so she can't blame me. It's just what it's playing. Okay. I drive, have a small little conversation, and guess where I would take her? I take her to McDonald's. Wait, just listen.
We going for a big yellow rainbow.
I take her to McDonald's. When I pull up to that drive-thru, I sit there and ask for a cheeseburger and ask them to split it in half and one Coke. If she sits there and she flips out, I will sit there and open the trunk and ask her if she can go close the trunk. When she's closing the trunk, I dip off. Like 100%.
That is the wrong way to
Hold
do
on.
things, man.
Hold on. Listen to the way it is.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay? I tell her, go close the trunk, dip off. If she was to sit there and say, you know what, I'm okay with this, all right, cool. I throw that food away, go take her to a nice restaurant, because at that point in my life, I would know she's more in there for me versus the money. Let that sink in for a second.
I can see where you're coming from, but on a first date, I'm not looking to impress. But at the same time, I wouldn't go to a McDonald's.
Why not? McDonald's is fucking badass.
I fucking hate McDonald's, to tell you the truth. The only
Take
thing
her to Burger King, Taco Bell.
The only thing I like from McDonald's is the breakfast sandwich.
That's true.
That's the only good thing. Breakfast sandwich.
Well, they got this breakfast sandwich too. The pancake sandwich one.
No, like an actual breakfast sandwich, like the sausage and egg and cheese McMuffin.
That's all the fucking shit except with the pancake.
Nobody wants the fucking pancake on there.
That's the whole breakfast shit. That's the.
How white are you that you gotta throw pancakes in there now?
That shit's fucking bitching. I ain't even gonna lie. But mind you,
So
besides
white.
that, though,
You whiter than I am.
Would you sit there and say, "Hey, your son, test where the ballpark is"? Women nowadays, you know how
I
they
think
are.
the test should be later. The first date is to impress. The first date is one of those things that you're trying to set, say, "Hey, I'm interested in you." Not, "Hey, here's a cheeseburger. If you don't fucking get with the program, you out."
But she should be already impressed by you.
No, because that's never going to happen right away. Because she'll be impressed at the fact that, hey, you asked her out. You at least have the courage to ask her out. Now you're going to impress her by taking her out to a decent place. Not expensive. Doesn't have to be expensive. But like, Minden Meat and Deli's not a bad place. I like that place.
A little overpriced, but yeah.
A little bit. But like, I like the place.
Yeah.
It's not a bad first date place, to tell you the truth. But like, it's better than McDonald's. But like, if I were to take somebody out on a good date, back when there was a place called Christoph, it was an Italian restaurant over there by, what was that casino we went to? The little one with the one here with the car garage.
Oh, you're talking about
it was built in the garage. COD.
There you go.
So COD was one of those places. Like down the way, there was an Italian restaurant. Not a bad place. Like it wasn't too upscale. The food was like mid-range, like for price, but it was decent flavor. Like I think that's a good dating place to take somebody on the first time. And like if you're going for lunch, I would say lunch at Minden Meat and Deli. But if it's like nighttime, I would go there. Like it's a little bit more impressive. The thoughts there, like, oh, he actually thought about me. Second date though, yeah, McDonald's for sure.
Well, I mean,
Like
look at
that's a
this though.
second date for
You
me.
don't think that would be a good icebreaker for the woman though?
No,
Oh,
I
he's
think it's gonna
funny. He's
I think it's gonna put her off more if that happens.
I don't
And like
know.
I would start with that place so she knows, hey, he can take care of me. He's doing this. But on the second date, you take her there, and like if she loses her shit, then you have a reason to say, yeah, beat feet.
Well, I put it like this: put your comments below. Tell me which one you would choose. Because me, my opinion, for me to sit there and see if she's more in it for me or for where I'm taking her for my money, that's a lot different. You know what I mean? Like
Then maybe you just take her on a hike.
oh, take her on a hike.
Do something
I
that you
mean,
like. So like if it's one of those things like I like to go hiking sometimes. I like to go shooting. I like to go hunting. I do a lot of different things. I like to snowboard. Maybe that's a date in its own.
you're right.
But it's one of those things like if she doesn't like to do the things that you like to do, maybe it's not meant to be.
But we're talking about adulthood. Like we would, of course.
Well,
But
as
we're
a
talking
kid,
about
I
the
would
age right now.
like if I was a kid at like let's say I'm going back to where I was like 16 in high school. I'm getting in trouble again.
Yeah.
But like I did a lot of different things. Like we didn't just like I didn't take her just to McDonald's. I actually took her to decent places because McDonald's in my mind was far off because again, it's McDonald's. If I want a quick bite to eat that I don't like, we'll go there, but I don't like it. I don't like McDonald's. Burger King's mid at best. And like I like pizza. Maybe a pizza restaurant would be one of those first ones, but I'm never gonna throw away a pizza. Not unless it's fucking terrible, like some sort of cauliflower pizza. That ain't
Little
gonna happen.
Caesars.
Little Caesars wasn't bad when you were poor.
It wasn't
I
$5
mean,
watch,
five
man.
dollars for a full pizza, and you're living in a one bedroom apartment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude. I've actually gotten a couple food poisonings off of them, man.
I don't even care. I still got to eat that night. I got to hold down the nutrients for a little bit before I puked. It's fine. But it's one of those things like the first date should be one of those ones where you're letting her know, hey, I can support you a little bit. I can take you out to a nice place. But the second date would be one of those ones where like you're getting a quick bite to eat. So McDonald's would be one of
But you
those.
see where you went there? The fact that you said that I will support you?
No, I can support you. I'm able to.
Correct.
Like
Would
it's
you want to tell somebody off the bat that I can support you? Right?
I want her to know. Here's the thing: if I'm picking up a girl I really like, I want her to know that hey, he's gonna try and support me. He has the money to support me. Now we go back and forth on negotiation. Essentially, is what this is. Because if you're going to McDonald's right away and she says no, and you open your trunk to get her to go close it, who's to say she's gonna go close that thing? You want to take her ass back home? That's what I would do. I'd just drive her home and say, hey, doesn't look like it's gonna work.
You're right.
You out.
You're right. Okay.
Like I tried.
Didn't work out.
This is what the plan was, but hey, you apparently weren't into it. But like my way, it's gonna be a little about the same. It's gonna have the same process as yours. I'm taking her out. She knows that hey, he's willing to spend money. It may not be that much, but hey, he's willing to take me to a nicer place.
Yeah.
And then I do the McDonald's thing for sure. Because again, that's the second date. If you can't handle McDonald's or Taco Bell or something like
After
that,
a good.
as we moving around,
Uh-huh.
yeah, you could beat feet. I don't
Yep.
need you.
There you go.
My wife likes Taco Bell, so it didn't fucking matter. But
Well-
it's one of those things. Like, I get that women now expect the world sometimes, or even men. Men are the same way. I mean, they expect the world. They expect you to go bend over backwards for everything.
Well, everybody has high standards.
Everybody has impossible standards because
Yeah.
everybody thinks they's a 10
Yeah.
when they ain't a 10.
100%.
Nobody's a 10.
Nope.
A 10 is a magical unicorn, and usually if you find somebody to be a 10, that's a dude. If you're a dude, that's a dude. If you're a girl, that's a girl. Because again, if it's a 10, you like all the same things. The same football team, you like hanging out, drinking beer. That's a dude.
I hear it, man. I hear it. I drink beer because I drink beer. Shut up, bitch.
Drink your fucking whiskey and quit being a
I'm
pansy.
drinking my whiskey.
Virginia gets it bigger. The things get gaping, like what you do right
Shit.
there, sucking on that Robo D.
Well, we're gonna end it on that note, guys. I appreciate you guys showing up for our second show. The garage shit talk. Stay tuned for next week. We'll do around the same time, about 2 a.m. on Wednesday morning. If you didn't hit that subscribe button, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button on that right side. Leave your comments and everything. We'll get back to you guys next week.
Well, the subscribe was on the left. To the YouTube stuff. We'll catch you later.